Hey YouTube, Shashank here. We're going to have another episode of how to fix some things in your home, and today's episode is going to be on garden furniture fixing. So here was our situation, is that we have these webbing underneath, and this is under the patio furniture here, and the cushion goes on top, and then this is obviously the webbing that keeps your butt and your cushion from falling through. So what happened was, though, over the years these degenerated over time and they got really saggy. I tried to repair them, and finally it was time to say, okay, now we need to re-web them. So how do we go ahead and do that? Okay, so the first step is we took the webbing off. And then, as you can see here, once I pried the webbing off, now you may have to use an awl or a thin slot screwdriver, depending on how your the webbing is connected into your frame here. So there was a frame here, and then I had to sit there and I figure out, okay, next thing I need to do is I mapped out. So I took, this is a soda pop container from a 2-4 of or a 30 case, and then what I did was I mapped out and I wrote on piece of cardboard here, and I made a template of various sorts. And so with this template I was able to mark off where I put open strap, open strap, open strap, and that generally corresponded to this. In my case these were stapled, so then I had staple marks here, and so I created and I put some black line magic marker after I took it off. So that's this location of where my straps are going to be. And the one thing that I did was I have an A side and then I have a B side, so that way I'm completely clear as to which side of the template goes onto the A side and the B side, and then how we strap them in. So then after we take off the webbing, we've made our template, then we cut various strips, right? Happens to be 2-inch webbing, and so that seems to be working nicely. And I counted how many straps I'm going to need. I need 9 straps, 9 straps per frame. So then I went over here and I started. And now the way I did it was I wrapped one side in, and I have these screws in here, and I fold it over. So essentially what would happen here on this side is I would pull it over here and then flip it over here and then screw it in. And the kinds of screws that I'm using are these stainless steel metal screws, and I think this is about got these from Amazon, so I can't read what that says. I think it's size 8 or 5/8 inch, and that is able to puncture the steel. It has a little bit of a wider head so that it keeps it into the frame. So now what you do is you do one side, put them all in, you go to the second side, put them all in, and again, you've already put it out on the template, and it's a rough approximation. If it's not straight, who really cares, right? And then you just puncture them in, and as you can see I had staple marks here. So then as the frame gets put together, you do one side, then on the other side you can go ahead and put those in. You want to pull it taut if you can. Sometimes you'll be able to take the screw, push it through the strap, and again what I did is I doubled it over, and I doubled it over because I don't want the ends to be fraying, right? And so all the tension is going to be evenly dispersed, and hopefully this will last a long time. And then you pull it through, as I said, and then you get the other side. And now when you're doing the other side, you're going to obviously put it in, and now you only have one loose end here, and you're going to weave that in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, or over, under, over, under, over, under. And so just make sure that if your first strap is over, then the next strap is going to be under, then the next one over, and next one under, etc., as you go along. And then by the time you come to this side, which will be the fourth side, it'll be ready to push up and frame. So then when it's finished, it'll look like this. Now obviously I have a little bit of extra on this side here, and this is okay. I have a lot of webbing left over, and I really wanted to make sure I had enough to be actually pulling it and wrapping it over, putting the screw then, and then I can just go and neatly trim this, and this is what the end result will look like. Brand new webbing, pretty nice and tight here, 2 inches, and each one of these things have a stainless steel because it'll be in the Chicagoland weather, of course, and that means rain and snow and hurricanes and tornadoes and everything else that happens to us over here. And there you go, 5 minutes of how to fix the webbing on your lawn furniture.